I see some folks saying hello in the chat. Hello, welcome. I hope you're all enjoying day 2 of our great annual meeting. We'll watch the first round of Flash Talks that will have 2 presentations. You see the names there, Globe Expedition, Hydrosphere in Action, which is a great card game. We'll also see the Globe Solitaire game. Then there will be time for you to capture your questions in the Padlet. Then we'll go right into the next set of Flash Talks that has our protocol hunt of the Globe Brazil program, GLOBELARTE, and then a melody for harmony from our team in Bhutan. And then we'll have the question and answer period. Okay. All right. So thank you all so much for joining, and we'll get started with our first 2 Flash Talks.
Hello everyone, my name is Dario Greni. I'm a primary school teacher from Uruguay. It's a real honor to be part of this meeting and to share a creative way to teach the Hydrosphere protocols from the GLOBE program. I developed 6 card-based games that turn science content into playful learning experiences. Let me show you how they work. We know that students learn best when they are actively involved. Using games helps them engage, think critically, and collaborate. These card games are designed to reinforce scientific concepts while
Did the video
building
turn off for
teamwork
anybody else?
and motivation. Before I show you
seeing
the
it.
other
Oh, okay.
games, let me briefly introduce the card deck itself. The original deck includes 32 multiple choice cards. It focused on a different Hydrosphere protocol from the GLOBE program. Each card presents a question with 4 answer options. Only one of them is correct. You can use the cards with the board game or in one of the alternative formats. This deck is the heart of every game. I use these protocols to make the question and the answer. The board game. In this game, students roll a die and move across a custom board. They only answer a question when landing on a green or orange space. If they land on an orange space and answer correctly, they jump forward to the next orange space. It adds excitement and encourages deeper focus on content. The memory match. Students match questions with their correct answer. It's a great way to reinforce knowledge visually and strengthen memory through repetition and discussion. Race Against Time. This is a fast-paced group challenge. Each team has 1 minute to answer as many cards as possible. It's energetic, encourages teamwork, and creates a great review atmosphere. The Hydro Bingo. In this version of Bingo, each card contains answer. As the teachers read questions aloud, students mark the correct one. You can play by protocol or mix topics to increase difficulty. Guess the protocol. One player reads an answer from a card without giving the question. Others must guess which protocol it belongs to. This promotes deeper thinking, scientific reasoning, and peer discussion. The Trivia Wheel. Using a digital wheel with protocols categories like pH, transparency, temperature, students spin and answer a question from that category. It's great a warm-up or review at the end of a unit. My 6th grade students tested all 6 games. They found them fun, challenging, and helpful to remember key ideas. They say that playing helped them understand better and work more collaboratively. Some even asked to turn the cards into station games or challenges. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I love to share the templates and rules with anyone interested on the GLOBE website. Let's continue building meaningful science experiences together through the GLOBE community. See you soon and happy anniversary.
Great. And now we'll see our second flash talk. And we have Dario here with us. If
Hello,
you have questions
everyone.
for him, we'll
My
have them
name is
later.
Claudia Medeiros. I am from Brazil, and today I will present our card game called the Globe Solitaire, developed as part of the Meninas do Espaço project, led by Mariana Almeida from the Federal University of Rio Grande do Norte, and our country coordinator, Aline Veloso from the Brazilian Space Agency. The goal is to lead students to understand and apply the sequential steps involved in developing a project based on scientific method. Our team has been working in building this environment of thinking science, and they contributed to this game. We were supported by these institutions in Brazil, and our team is composed by me, Daniele, Mariana, Aline, and Inês. The research flow based on the scientific method follow the principles adopted by GLOBE program, as shown in the figure above, and served as a guide for creating the sequence of cards in the game. Observe, investigate, create hypotheses, conduct the experiment, evaluate the results, explain the results, communicate the results, and finally become a student researcher. That is the card we create. In the next video, we will explain how to play the Globe Solitaire card game. We often hear that STEM education needs to be more engaging and interactive. So what if we combine learning with play? Enter Globe Solitaire, a card game that teaches you the scientific method while you play a fun and challenging game. In this video, I will show you how to play Globe Solitaire, a free educational card game based on the classic Solitaire, designed and developed by a team in Brazil. This game makes learning about the scientific method both fun and engaging. Let's dive in. The goal of the Globe Solitaire game is to help players understand the scientific process in a simple and structured way. Instead of using the traditional suits like hearts or spades, this game uses 4 Earth spheres: the biosphere, pedosphere, atmosphere, and hydrosphere. The sequence of numbers in classic Solitaire is replaced by the 8 steps of scientific research. Each step is represented by a card with an image and a brief description. These steps are: 1. Observe. 2. Investigate. 3. Develop hypotheses. 4. Collect data. 5. Analyze data. 6. Explain results. 7. Communicate findings. And 8. Become a student researcher. The game also introduces challenge cards that simulate real problems that scientists face, such as equipment malfunctions and data errors. But don't worry, there are solutions cards to fix these issues. To set up the game, you arrange 7 columns of cards face down. The first column has 1 card, the second has 2, and so on, with the remaining cards forming the draw pile. Each player starts with a hand of 5 cards. The goal is to build the 4 foundation piles, 1 for each sphere, in the correct order from step 1 to step 8. Now let's see how to play. You can move cards between columns in descending order, alternating between different spheres. You can only move the top cards unless you're filling an empty space. If you draw a fault equipment card or a data error card, the column you're moving to becomes blocked. You can't move cards from a blocked column until you draw the corresponding solution card to fix the problem. If you run out of moves, you can draw a new card from the pile. You win the game when you complete all the scientific steps in all 4 spheres. Globe Solitaire is not just about luck, it requires strategy and planning to win. Here are some tips to help you out. Try to unlock blocked columns as soon as possible. Plan your moves carefully to avoid running out of options. Use the draw pile strategically when you're stuck. If you're looking for a fun and engaging way to learn the scientific method or brush up on your knowledge of research and experiments, give Globe Solitaire a try. Whether you're a student, educator, or just someone who loves learning new things, this game is a great way to do it. And the best part, it's free. Globe Solitaire is available in Portuguese and English and is designed to be colorblind friendly. We hope you enjoy playing Globe Solitaire as much as we enjoy develop it. We believe that learning should be fun and interactive, and we hope that our game can help you see how exciting science can be. Thank you for watching. The next steps may include developing a digital version either online or as a mobile app. The goal is to distribute it to schools and encourage students to use it, so that continuous exposure to the game rules can become part of their way of thinking when approaching projects. That's all. Thank you for watching.
Okay, now we go to our third presentation.
First edition Protocols Hunt of the Globe. Presenters. I'm Daniele da Silva Ferreira Medeiros, at TIMP, and Mariana Rodrigues de Almeida, UFRN. Motivation. The game was designed to engage students' curiosity, promote teamwork, and nurture students' leadership, enabling them to take the role of citizen scientists in a collaborative and engaging setting. With this goal in mind, we are made to create an activity that blended playfulness with scientific inquiry, thereby encouraging active learning through interaction with the scientific protocols of the group program. First edition Protocols Hunt of the Globe. The first edition of the Protocols Hunt game took place at UFRN and involved the participation of 71 elementary and high school students and 8 tutors. The game was organized as follows. The students were divided into groups, and the teams were handily assigned land cover, mosquitoes, tree, and clouds. Each team received a wristband to identify its members. After the draw, they received a map containing the location of the buffs within UFRN. The buffs were named after the protocols: Biosphere, Hydrosphere, Pedosphere, and the Atmosphere. Its maker indicates where the buffs were installed. In the Pedosphere protocols, the students collect land cover data, use the Globe Observe app, and answer a few questions. Once the activities were completed, the students receive a Pedosphere card. In the Biosphere protocol, the students collect tree data and answer a few questions. Once the activities were completed, the students receive the Biosphere card. In the Atmosphere protocols, the students collect cloud data, use the Globe Observe app, and perform the cloud identification. Once the activities were completed, the students receive the Atmosphere card. In the Hydrosphere protocol, the students arrange in order the step-by-step process for setting up trap and the learning about the mosquito life cycle. Once the activities were completed, the students received the Hydrosphere card. After completing all the activities and with the cards in the hand, the team that arrived first at the UFRN auditorium won the game. The objective of the game was to provide meaningful learning, promote teamwork, and facilitate the learning in a playful way. The Protocols Hunt game demonstrated that integration of science and playfulness can significantly enrich the TT process. It reinforces the importance of initiatives that promote curiosity, teamwork, and openness to new experience, essential elements in the development of young science. Thank you. Next step is make corrections to what didn't work in the first edition and run the game again and share the idea with the scientific community. Thank you for your opportunity, participation, and for watching the video. This is my contact. Bye.
Hi. This presentation aims to combine scientific research carried out within the GLOBE program with art. Our goal is to spark the community's interest and creativity with the ultimate aim of encouraging their participation in scientific research. During the first year of the campaign Trees Within Luck, the GLOBE student community was encouraged to participate in a drawing contest to design the campaign logo. A total of 258 drawings were submitted from 8 different countries in the region, with a variety of ideas linking the trees to the GLOBE program. An international jury was invited to choose the perfect logo for the campaign, and the winner was Mayerly Juarez from Guatemala, whose logo is presented in the center of this slide. In 2024, we launched a photography contest that blended art with scientific observations. Our goal was to spotlight the most representative trees in our region through the eyes of our community. Participants embraced the challenge. They used the Globe Observer app to measure a tree that held personal significance for them. They captured the essence of the trees in a photograph. This unique approach allows us to combine precise scientific data with artistic expression. Here, we are thrilled to present the top entries from the contest, showcasing the beauty and importance of diverse species, including the magnificent jacaranda, the vibrant mango tree, and the majestic sabo tree. The most beautiful photographs from the contest were featured in environmental calendar for this year. This calendar highlights not only the most important global environmental celebrations, but also the anniversaries of all the globe countries in the Latin American and the Caribbean region. This year, we launched an exciting draw in the clouds contest. Participants took their creativity to a new height by first evaluating the clouds with the Globe Observer app and then capturing them in a photograph. Inspired by what they saw, they transformed their observations into imaginative drawings that we are presenting in this slide. We were thrilled to receive 89 fantastic entries that significantly help us to show how art can truly bring science to the life. We have a special mention to Emiliano Binocur, who wants to share a story that he wrote, which originated within the GLOBELARTE campaign. Grandma Aranda's Jacaranda is a book that came about from a collaborative project between a kindergarten and the Technical Professional Education School number 449 in Aceval, Santa Fe, Argentina. This story grew from a local initiative into something more global. From there, he continued writing and a second book was born, the story of Grandma Aranda's Jacaranda, which speaks of a family, a tree, and a legacy, and demonstrates how environmental education can also blossom in the form of narratives. He extends special thanks to the GLOBELARTE team, Mariana, Claudia, Andrea, Ana, and Josefina for their constant support in the story that began to flourish and continue to growing. Thank you so much, Globe Program, for this 30 awesome and inspirational years in the life of many of us. Happy anniversary.
And our last presentation.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everyone. Respected distinguished guests, experts, panelists, and all viewers. I am Pema Wangchuk, a Globe Mentor Trainer from Bhutan in Asia and Pacific region. These days, media is considered as a powerful tool to empower people and act as a storytelling vehicle to change our world in a better way. Considering that, Globe in Tendruk team released a music video to celebrate 30 years of Globe program and to observe Art Day, which has been titled A Melody for Harmony, a Globe music video celebrating the planet. In next slide, I have objectives. The video aims to highlight environmental issues such as climate change, habitat loss, and community efforts to revive those losses. Moreover, it introduces students and educators to scientific data collection methods in an inspiring way. Furthermore, it ignites curiosity and passion for science among people through real-world research. And also, as environmental challenges are borderless and must be addressed with global cooperation, there is a saying, if we are the problem, we should also be the solution. Now, music as a medium of science and communication. How music acts as a medium of science and communication. As compared to other acts, such as publication and write-up, video could reach to millions of people within a short period of time. And also, it enhances the message and emotions. It helps the audience connect more deeply with the environment. It also combined the emotional resonance of music with the educational foundation of science to inspire action and learning. In addition, music also educates and empowers. It also invites viewers to become participants in the Globe mission. In the second last slides, I will explain how music video can have educational value and its impacts. The video is designed not just for viewing but for use in classrooms and learning environment. It will also help educators integrate the videos into science lesson and students' project. It also serves as inspiration for students to join the Globe community, engage in data collection, and become a young environmental leaders. Lastly, thank you for your patience, and if you wish to watch video, you can watch through the given link, and thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Okay, so if you would like to post any other questions in the Padlet or comments, we have presenters from all of our presentations here today. So we will let each of you have a turn to answer a question. So we hear from each of you, and then we'll come back for any repeat questions. But first, I want to say thank you and a big round of applause for these amazing presentations. I I was a teacher for many years and would love to be able to do these activities with my students, and I see lots of positive feedback in the Padlet and in the chat. So thank you all so much for the time you took to create these activities and teach us all about them. Okay, so we'll start with a question for our first presenter, and we have Dario here. In the Padlet, we see a question where it says, and I see you answered it in the Padlet too. Thank you. Which version was the student's favorite? And we'd love to hear more from you, what their feedback was.
Okay, hello. Hi, welcome to Uruguay, to my school. This is my classroom, and I'm really proud to show with you this card game. It's based on these simple cards made it by me. This is a picture of our school with the log program, and here we are the question and the answer, obviously in Spanish. And I create these 6 card games. Sorry, something appeared on my screen, and all the kids in my classroom played those games. And at the end of this testing time, they receive a Google form to evaluate each game. And the most beautiful game for our student was the bingo. They found really it was a good idea to challenge with different protocols on Globe, and they decide the second one and the third one was the memory. But in the memory, I need to change, because in one of the cards you have the question, and another card you have the answer, and you need to put the card on the table and try to match the question with the answer. And the first one was guess the protocol. They really love to interact with the classmate, and this is a great idea to try to teach each protocol, because I work with the students from 11 to 12 years old, and it's a lot of information when you try to study water quality near the school, a creek in a near school, near to the school. And this was my creation to facilitate all these all the information in the protocols. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And it's so great that you collected student feedback like that. It's very important that we give the students a voice in telling us what they think about these ideas. Great feedback there. For Global Arte, this is such a great way to involve different types of learners in science, and we saw lots of positive feedback there. Claudia, I don't know if you wanted to add anything. It was so great to see the clouds and the different drawing ways that students could participate.
Yes, thank you so much to everyone to attend to this presentation. So for us was very interesting because not all the people is engaged with science at the beginning. So promote art at the beginning with students is a good way to involve them in the scientific method, for example, and to engage them and compromise them in order to develop more research and to wake up the research questions, just observing carefully what is happening around of them with art. So for us was a very interesting experience inside that 3 lakh campaign.
Thank you so much, Claudia. I love seeing the cloud drawings and how creative the kids got drawing the cats and the dogs. It's such a fun way to kick off a campaign.
They are amazing. And another interesting thing about the clouds draws was that each country has different ways to draw. And children have different characteristics between one country from another country. So we can develop another research about how the students look at the sky and look at the clouds. Really, the patterns are really different between country and another country.
Thank you so much. For anyone who doesn't know, as Claudia mentioned in her presentation, the LAC region always does this kickoff with art, whether it's photography or drawing. So that might be something to think about bringing back to your communities. All right, for our presentation from Bhutan, someone in the Padlet asked, could we get some of the music playing? And I think Pema, you put in the link there. But we would love to hear if there's anything else you'd like to share with us about this great way that you're bringing music into the Globe program.
So one of the friends has asked me to share the link, and then I have shared in the comment box itself. So for now, I have used the other songs, and in future, I'm planning to come up with the lyrics that are related to environment, and then I'm hopeful that I would be able to present one more time to all of you.
Thank you. And I just put the link again from the chat. It's also in the Padlet. And in the Padlet, someone else also posted for elementary students, I created the Genially app, the elementary cloud key. Oh, I love to see you all sharing ideas. So we still have a little bit of time if there's anything else, if any of the presenters would like to share anything else about the way that they created their games or what they're thinking about for next steps. I know some of you included it in your presentations, but would love to hear if you have anything else you'd like to share with the group before we close our time together. You can just feel free to unmute. Yes, I love that feedback from Lenka. Such a nice way to feel like we're visiting your country and seeing the activities in action. I'm curious if any of our presenters have suggestions for anyone here who wants to create a game or bring art or music to their program. If you have any suggestions for how they might get started.
Well, in my English, sorry, but well, as a teacher, I try to make easier our class with the students. And when I designed this game, I only use a printer and plastic for the cards, or I use an internet poster maker for the board. It's very simple, but it's very useful when you try to manage all the information for each protocol. And I really invite to the teachers to be creative, because the teachers every day are creative in their classrooms. And this is only an expression on how we can create different resources for our students. And I hope see more games like that, with cards, with boards, or what else, in the next meeting, because our students really enjoy when we put all the games, all the cards on the table, and they try to um, have the exact response or combinations or something like that. And we need to really involve to the students in their process to learn different information from the GLOBE program. For me, it was incredible. It was my first time to make something like that, and I really appreciate the opportunity to present to the community around the world. And I really say thank you to Marina Savino, our regional coordinator, because when she visited our school on March, they saw the games, and she said me, okay, you need to present this creation to the community. And I need to say thank you to her.
That's great. I love this idea. Teachers are creative every single day to engage their students, and this is just another example of that. I love it. If any of our other presenters have anything they want to share about suggestions for how others can get started with music or art or games in their classrooms.
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
Yeah. I would like to request if the group mentors or the group coordinators of other countries to what do wish to make a video with us. So I would like to welcome them so that we can connect with everyone, and then looks like it will be so much of fun. And then that's my request. If anybody wish to make video together, yeah, and then you can inbox me so that we can make together a different country coming together in the same video. And then I would like to thank Jenny for the opportunity. Thank you very much. This is my second time presenting virtually. Last time I was invited for the United Nations United Nations General Meeting, and then this is my second time presenting virtually. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you for bringing this great idea to us. This is wonderful. And it looks like a lot of people are saying, yes, like that's a great idea to have different countries, different regions participating in one video like that to show those connections. That's a wonderful idea. So we have a few more minutes left. Claudia, I don't know if you wanted to share anything else with suggestions or things people can do to bring art into their communities like LAC has.
Yes, maybe just invite to people to observe more the nature, observe more the environment around them, and ask students what they would be to do with their observations. Paint or make some paintings is amazing to start to, for example, to contemplate and to post excellent research questions could be very interesting. Maybe make some videos also about the nature. They are amazing. And take pictures of clouds. Clouds reveal a lot of things about our environment and also allow us to draw beautiful things and wake up our imagination. So it is really, really interesting, for example, to organize some exhibitions or art exhibitions about clouds, about trees, and write stories like the Emiliano Vinocuri story. This is wonderful. Also, talk with the grandpas and parents
because they have a lot of things to tell to the students, and they can write stories together. So this is also a good idea to connect generations, create stories, a legacy, as Emiliano mentioned it in the last slide that we presented in the LAC region.
Yes, those are great suggestions. Oh, we have a question in the chat, Claudia. Were the art competitions open to Globe schools only or to a wider community? And did it attract maybe some new schools to do Globe?
Oh yeah, at the beginning was for schools that were registered in the 3 lakh campaign, but also could be a wonderful idea to open these competitions for all the schools to attract new schools. This is a great idea. Thank you, Lenka. Yeah, could be great. And also it was addressed just to primary, secondary school, and university level, but also could be interesting to invite, for example, all the citizens science to create um, things, or to develop more art about their observations. I think that this is a great suggestion. Invite, open this competition for a wide community to involve more people in Globe. Thank you, Lenka.
That's a really great point that there are all of these exciting ways, games, music are ways to get others engaged in Globe who might think, oh, maybe the science is not for me or the math is not for me. And it gives them different ways to think about how they can engage. That's wonderful. So we have yep. LAC, yes, also did a calendar that they have with student photography and art, right?
Right, and it's free for all the people to download that. It contains anniversaries of the LAC countries community, but also this calendar present a very interesting world celebrate environmental celebrations around, in our planet. So it is, I think that is a really interesting calendar for all the people, and also each country can add the anniversary of their own country, for example. Yeah.
Oh, I think I found it. Here we go. So the link in the chat will take you to the calendar that Claudia was just telling us about, and it's available in Spanish, in English, and Portuguese.
Yes.
In the Padlet, Daniela didn't have microphone, but she answered two questions from the protocol hunt. One question asked what was the students' feedback on participating, and she said the students love the idea. In the article that they're writing, we'll explain the whole process. They did a questionnaire with the students to find out what they thought, and we'll present the results in this article they're writing. That's wonderful. And then to the question that asked, do you have any suggestions for how we might conduct a protocol hunt like this in our community? Daniele said, yes, in our case, we used simple questions and activities to make it a game for students to absorb what they were doing, as well as encouraging students to obtain data using the Globe Observer app. Thank you so much for that. All right. And then in the Padlet, we also see, I'm going to put the link again in the chat, that in that another participant added for kindergartens and elementary or primary schools, each year I release the International Look Up Cloud Hunters competition on Scientific STEM Discovery campaign. And kindergarteners and elementary schools are welcome to join. And she's included her email address there. Thank you so much for sharing. We got one last question in the chat for any of our presenters. Excellent activities. How great to be able to integrate these and be able to access them to adapt to local needs. Yes, that is a great comment. And with the last minute that we have, I just want to thank all of our presenters again for their amazing work and for putting together these flash talks. It is so hard to create such a short video to explain something that you spent so much time on. So thank you so much for taking the time to create the videos and for all the amazing work that you're doing. And thank you to everybody who came to the session today. We hope that you got so much good information. I know I learned a lot. So thank you, everyone.